person that's on Zoom that has Samsung SM5901U or IU, would you please state your full name? Take your mic off of mute. He's breaking up. Yeah. You breaking up?
I have bad service, so I apologize. I'm in a retiree.
Okay, what's your name?
David Liskey.
David Liskey? Okay, Mr. Liskey, you can put your mic back on mute.
Yeah.
You can put your mic back on mute. Wait for court to start. Thank you. for that law number 2. This morning, we have 3 dockets. We have our trial docket, our pretrial conference docket, and the announcement docket. When I call your name, please come forward with your attorney. Jose Morales, this is cause number 23CCCR 2548. Mr. Morales, did you come forward? Yes.
Yeah, this is a gentleman that speaks Spanish only. Last thing they allowed me to translate.
Oh, you translate? Okay.
Yes, I could translate on your behalf.
Okay, this is cause number 23CCCR 2548. Case of style of state of Texas versus Jose Morales. Let the record reflect that Mr. Morales speaks Spanish. However, his attorney, Marcus, what's his, how you pronounce your last name?
Adrogue.
Adrogue?
Adrogue, yeah.
Adrogue. Attorney Marcus Adrogue will be interpreting for him. Mr. Adrogue, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to interpret Spanish to English and English to Spanish to help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay, you may put your hand down. Mr. Adrogue, ask Mr. Morales if his full name is Jose Morales.
Su nombre completo es José Morales. José Homero Morales.
Okay, Mr. Morales, how are you doing? Good?
Good, thank you.
That's good. Now, Mr. Morales,
Señor Morales.
you're represented in this case by attorney Marcus Adrogue. Mr. Adrogue, how are you doing?
Pretty good, Your Honor.
Okay, and the state is represented in this case by attorney Andrew Hubel. Attorney Hubel, how are you doing?
Doing well, Judge Emerson.
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Attorney Adrogue, what is your announcement in Mr. Morales' case?
Judge, we are asking for another announcement setting so that we could adequately review discovery. There was just a technical glitch on the discovery portal, but we have fixed it this morning.
Okay,
I can confirm that that is the case.
okay. Give us a reset date on the announcement docket. Okay, this case will be reset until September 16th, 2024. Mr. Morales, gonna get your reset from your attorney, Attorney Adrogue. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Tenga un día bendecido. Thank
And
you very
Attorney
much.
Adrogue, you're free to go as well and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. James Ray Collins.
Is your Honor?
Okay, you're gonna have to, he's coming through the walker.
Morning, everybody. How y'all doing?
Good morning, Mr. Collins. This is cause number 23CCCR 2222, case of style of state of Texas versus James Ray Collins. And Mr. Collins, that's your full name, James Ray Collins?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Collins, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Gospel. Attorney Cole, how are you doing?
Doing great, Judge.
Now, Mr. Cole, you stated prior to the court going into session that you had filed a motion for continuance, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. It's been accepted.
And state, you have any objections?
State's not opposed.
Okay. Do we have a copy of it? Just a little bit,
A very slow connection.
the James Ray Collins. Trial docket, first case. He said yesterday.
Yeah, it seems like it was just accepted about 30 seconds ago.
That door is locked.
It's open.
Oh, it's open? Okay.
Yeah.
This was.
Oh. What's this back in? What, you waiting on the order? Okay. Order setting hearing. This is order setting hearing. I need a order granting a motion. Motion.
That's what you call
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we'll grant the motion, but you, need to get the order in. Okay, all right. Give us a reset date. Or unless you want to give them a reset date once we get the motion. This case, you said it's 16th? Okay, this case reset to September 16th. For trial. Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Yes, we, probably, to look at.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, you are. Mr. Doyle, you wanted to come forward on, Brianna Denise Cobos?
Yes, sir.
Would you please come forward?
He has, I discovered this morning, she's got 2 cases. Instead of one, so I'd like a month reset.
Okay, she had a newly filed case.
And the one that I have is,
Yeah, you have, well, 23 CCCR 0842,
yeah,
and now they have 24 CCCR 1280.
yeah.
Okay, so you need to get discovery and get access to discovery on that case.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Give us a reset on Mr. Dole's cases. Announcement docket page 1, second and third case.
I'll go ahead and grant you the discovery on your honor.
Okay. So he's granting you discovery now on the computer. It's a both. Well, she got a newly filed, didn't She has a new DWI.
She has a second one.
That's the second DWI, right?
Yes, sir. Oh, the prosecutor's not opposed to it.
It'll get the confirmation.
Yeah, I mean, look at September 16th, that's his part.
September 16th. Okay. I'm gonna give her some bond conditions too.
Thanks, sir. Are we ready? Okay.
No, we're not finished. I need to give her some bond conditions. Ms. Cobos, I'm going to give you some bond conditions. I'm going to read these bond conditions to you and then we'll have the bill make a copy for you. Okay? This document is titled Standard Bond Conditions in County Court Law Number 2. Following the return of an information in County Court Law Number 2 of Jefferson County, Texas, all bonds executed for release of any defendant named herein are ordered subject to the additional conditions. Number 1, the defendant shall commit no offense against the laws of this state, any other state, or of the United States. Do you understand that condition?
Yes, Your Honor.
Condition number 2, the defendant shall submit to testing for drugs and alcohol at any time as directed by the court. The court may revoke the bond and order the arrest of any defendant who A, refuses to submit to a test for drugs and alcohol when directed to do so by the court, or B, submit to a test for drugs and alcohol and the test indicates the presence of drugs or alcohol in the defendant's body. Do you understand that condition?
Yes, Your Honor.
And condition number 3 does not apply. However, condition number 4 does apply. And your offense is listed under chapter 49.04 through 4906 of the Texas Penal Code. That's where the DWI offenses are located. And so number 4 states that a defendant whose information charges any offense listed under section 4904 through 4906 of the Texas Penal Code shall not operate any motor vehicle unless the vehicle is equipped with an interlock device mechanism that makes it practical to operation of the vehicle if ethyl alcohol is detected in the breath of the operator. And said device shall be installed at the defendant's expense with written verification of such installation being submitted to the court on or before 3 days after today. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And condition number 5, the defendant shall obtain, maintain, and pay for and have no violations with the ignition interlock device, mobile breath device. Any violations will be grounds for revocation. Do you understand that
Yes.
condition? And condition number 6, the defendant must attend AANA meetings 3 times a week and provide proof to the court. Do you understand that condition?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, if you violate any one of these conditions, your bond can be revoked. And if your bond is revoked, a warrant will be issued for your arrest. You'll be arrested and placed in the Jefferson County Jail. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
This. Could you make a copy? Ms. Provost, I have two documents I need to give to you. Okay, Ms. Coble, would you just please step right here? Okay, this first docket that I'm giving you is a list of places in Jefferson County that you can go to for AANA meetings. And this next form is a sign-in sheet that you bring with you every time that you go to the AANA meetings. And a bondsman, not a bondsman, but a sponsor will sign the sheet to verify that you did attend. You need to bring that sheet back to court every time that you come to court so that we can verify that you have been attending AANA meetings. Now, if you fail to attend, your bond can be revoked. And if your bond is revoked, warrant be for your arrest, you'll be arrested and placed in Jefferson County Jail. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. You gave her a copy of the bond conditions. Okay, that's your bond conditions. Mr. Dole, you can get your reset. Once you get your reset, you're free to go.
Okay.
Once you get your reset from your attorney, you're free to go as well. You have a blessed day. You have a blessed day as well.
Okay.
That was his stuff, yeah. Let me get Mr. Paget. He's on Zoom, yes. Okay, this is cause number 24CCCR 0530, case is styled the state of Texas versus David Paul Liskey. Mr. Liskey is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Liskey, you can take your mic off of mute. How are you doing, Mr. Liskey?
I'm all right, sir, and yourself?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. Liskey. You're representing your case by your attorney, Attorney James Paget. Attorney Paget, how are you doing?
Doing well. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Now, Mr. Paget, what is your announcement in Mr. Liskey's case?
Your Honor, we've received discoveries completed. What I need to do is request a reset for Mr. Liskey to be there in person, and I need to request an offer from the district attorney's office, which I'll do by email today.
Okay. Could you give us a reset? Yes, so he's on. You resetting it for plea, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. Do it today or Friday, either one.
Thursday or Friday? I mean, you said a Wednesday or
No,
Friday?
Wednesday or Friday. Yes,
Okay.
Your Honor.
Okay, this case will be reset to September 11th, 2024. Mr. Paget, you'll get your reset. And Mr. Liskey, your attorney and your bondsman will be giving notice of your reset. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. You're free to go, and you have a blessed day. Mr. Paget, is this your only case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you're free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, you're free to go. You have a blessed day. You're free to go as well, Mr. Liskey, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
You too.
Okay. Yeah.
Attorney,
Yes.
her client isn't.
Not here yet, so. Okay. We're still working on it. Oh, yeah. let's see, we got Mr. Next case is cause number 24 CCCR 1196. Case is style of state of Texas versus Leonel Paulvo. Mr. Polvo, your full name is Leonel Polvo. How are you doing? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Polvo, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Jared Gilthorpe. Attorney Gilthorpe, how are you doing?
Doing well, thank you.
That's good. The state is represented in this case by Attorney Haley Simmons. Attorney Simmons, how are you doing?
I'm good, Judge. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Gilthorpe, what is your announcement in Mr. Polvo case?
Judge, that we need that case placed on a trial docket. Discovery has been completed. We have both written and media discovery already.
Okay. Okay, just have a seat. We'll get, this is Paulville, page 2 of
16, okay.
What date?
September 16th.
1 second, let me check. the calendar.
September 16th.
No, no.
You need
Trial date was-
another date?
Yes, please.
23rd.
That does work, Your Honor, yes.
Which one? September 3rd?
September 23rd works.
Okay, this case will be reset to September 23rd, 2024. Mr. Falvo, your attorney is going to get a copy of your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Gilthorpe, is this your only case?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, you're free to go as well. You have a blessed
Thank
day.
you. Thank you.
All right.
Okay, great. Thank you. Yeah, that's why I'm here.
Tell you for a fact that it's not today. Oh my God.
I mean, oh, okay.
Okay, thank you.
That's the same person we were talking about?
Yes, this morning.
I'll get that next.
You say my name?
Yeah, I did.
I'm not happy to be. It's not about you. I'll see another boy in here.
There's a couple in the office that we could call.
Okay.
That's okay. Forrest Petrie, we could start with them.
Petrie. Okay, this is cause number M 330-112, case of South City, Texas versus Forrest Lee Petrie. Mr. Petrie, how are you doing?
Doing well, Your Honor, how are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Petrie, represent your case by Attorney Corey Crenshaw. Attorney Crenshaw, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Judge. Thank you
Okay.
for asking. Judge, we're on the trial docket this morning. It's my understanding we don't have a court reporter.
Yes,
Okay. So the good news is I think we're very close to resolving it. I've asked that this be refiled as a Class C. And I believe that she's gonna discuss this with her supervisor. If we could just come back on Monday, I'll be here already on the 29th.
Next week?
Yes, Judge. So if we could just reset him to the 29th, I
Okay.
think she'll have an answer. And if she's not able to do that, then we'll be ready for trial. Is that okay with you? You'll be back.
That's correct, Judge.
okay. And I think the, put it on
And
29th.
understood that if we did come back on the 29th and they weren't
Now, Ms. Locke, Mr. Walker is your son, is that correct? Now, Ms. Locke, you and I know each other, is that correct? Now, have you and I ever talked about this case? Okay, have the court ever made any promises to you or your son about the case? Okay, now, if the state would like me to recuse myself, I can recuse myself in that, I know the mother, or if you think there's a appearance of impropriety, the court will recuse itself. State, do you have any objections to me sitting as the judge on this case?
State waives conflicts in this case.
Defense,
I'm sorry, what did he say?
he said he waived the conflict.
Yeah, there's no conflict that I'm aware of, Judge, and we're happy with you staying. Like I said, I think it'll be resolved with a plea.
Okay, all right, all right. This- look, Yes,
On the
you can sit
23rd.
down. You gonna put it on the plea docket, you said? And that's September 23rd, 2024?
Yes, sure.
Okay.
You're good to go.
Okay, next who we have?
Reading. Believe we were ready on the trial, but the state has a witness issue.
Reading? Okay, so you have no objections?
No objection, Judge. We can come back on the next available trial docket.
Okay. All right,
We did it on the 23rd as well.
okay. In this case, we reset on the 23rd?
What day of the week is that?
That's
That's a Monday.
That's perfect.
Okay, yeah. So September 23rd.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you're free to go.
Okay.
You have a blessed day.
Yes.
And then your only case, oh yeah, somebody named Catherine Lee Brown?
She's here, Judge, and that's a plea.
Oh, okay,
Working on it now.
okay, all right.
Go ahead and send you some.
Okay, that's fine. Miss Friday,
Good morning, Judge.
good morning. Your client is that Dream Mang Nguyen present?
Yes, Judge.
He's not,
He is not.
he's not present,
It's a traffic appeal, Judge.
okay? But he
And
was,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
yeah, he was supposed to make an appearance. We'll give you some time. If you could get in contact with him now, he can, if he doesn't appear in person, he can appear by Zoom. If he doesn't have the ability to appear by Zoom, he can appear by telephone.
Okay, Judge, I will contact him now.
Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Oh, excuse me. Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session and calls number 23 CCCR 1924. Case is styled State of Texas versus Taylor Rose Daniels. Ms. Daniels, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Daniels, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Daniels, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Ms. Daniels, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. Daniels?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Ms. Daniels, I have with Ms. Daniels, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney James Macon. Attorney Macon, how are you doing?
It's Monday morning.
Okay. And Mr. Macon, do you waive a record in Ms. Daniels' case?
We do.
Ms. Daniels. Did y'all, are you waiving a paragraph? You waiving the enhancement paragraph? What's you asking for?
Yes,
deferred?
we're doing it deferred.
Okay, hold on.
You could write it in.
Hmm?
You want me to write it down on top?
Yeah.
Do that.
Been making him cry.
Thank you.
Oh,
Oops.
sorry.
Okay, Miss Daniels. I have before me a document that is titled misdemeanor information sheet. This information sheet was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information sheet, it alleges that you, Taylor Rose Daniels, on or about January 12th of 2023, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated and alcohol concentration level 0.15 more. However, the state is abandoning the enhancement paragraph, which means that you will be charged with a lesser included Class B misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated while you were operating a motor vehicle in a public place in Jefferson County, Texas. Now, do you understand what you have been charged with?
I do.
To this charge, Ms. Daniels, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Now, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes.
Ms. Daniels, I also have before me a document. Check off this box, not that.
Oh,
Erase it.
it's Monday morning.
I understand.
Sent to me.
No, you don't have to tap it, just erase it.
We need to do it.
Yeah, that's how they get broken. Okay. Now, Ms. Daniels, I have before me a document that is titled misdemeanor plea admonishment, is also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, I do.
On page 2 of this same document, there are a set of initials above the line, well, next to a line that is typed guilty. One set of initials are initials of your attorney.
I don't have a problem with that.
Second set of initials, TD. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, I did.
On page 3 of this same document, there's a signature above the line that's titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, it is.
And on the next document, that's titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, I do.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, it is.
At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. First box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
I do.
The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement? Yes, speak up. You understand that
I
statement?
do, yes.
I also have before me a document on paper that is titled Discovery Certification. You recognize this document?
Yes.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, it is.
Ms. Daniels, before you signed and initialed all of these documents that I just showed you, did your attorney, Mr. Macon, go over these documents with you?
Yes, he did.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
I did.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Daniels, are you a citizen of the United States?
State offer states one.
Any
No
objections?
objection.
No objections. State's Exhibit Number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Macon, you advised in counsel, Ms. Daniels, is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No,
And Ms. Daniels, your attorney, Mr. Macon, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation? Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes.
Ms. Daniels, I will accept your plea of guilty and will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
In exchange for defendant's plea of guilty, the state's offering 1 year deferred, $500 fine, 60 hours community service, DWI education, interlock plus court cost. Sparkling. I have to use your phone, Judge.
You'll be required to have an interlock device installed on any vehicle that you own or operate. You're required to attend and complete DWI education and have an alcohol assessment as well as adhering to the other standard terms and conditions of DWI probation. Ms. Daniels, do you understand the state's offer?
I do,
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
I do,
And do you accept the state's offer?
I do.
Ms. Daniels, I'll follow the plea bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state. Ms. Daniels, if you successfully complete this probationary period, this case will be dismissed. It will not result in a conviction on your records, and you may qualify for non-disclosure. You can talk to your attorney about the non-disclosure because he's quite competent in those matters. You have the paperwork. Okay, Ms. Daniels, you're gonna stand in front of the court coordinator, follow the directions of the bailiff. Once you're finished following the directions of the bailiff, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day. Mr. Macon, is this your only case?
No, Your Honor, I have another plea and announcement.
Okay, we'll get to it in a few minutes.
Your Honor, I have an announcement, Ms. Gillis.
Okay, hold on a minute. Gillis, so.
Bishop Gillis. 23CC 2391.
That's Gills?
Yes, Gillis.
Okay. Is Miss Gills here?
She was.
Tricia Gills? I don't see where she was marked as being present. Tricia Lane Gills? She's not here.
If you'll hold that, Your Honor, let me make a phone call and find out.
Okay, we'll do that. Okay,
Anyway, I just picked up the media discovery this morning and I was gonna ask for a reset.
yeah, she needs to make an appearance.
Sure.
Gills,
That's not the one we reset this morning.
was it reset?
I mean,
Um, yeah, that was the one that was reset this morning, that's right. I sent her home.
you sent her home. You will make sure that I believe it, so she's gonna announce me about it.
Yeah, page 4. Wow,
Yes, that's right.
okay, I was reset this morning.
She went home.
That was me.
No,
It was Trisha Gill. I didn't send her. Yeah.
She reset it and she was sent, she was.
Oh, okay.
off. Okay, what day was it reset to?
So she was here?
yeah,
16th of September?
Yes, sir. And I'll send it to your office, Mr.
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna wait for your other case to, she's trying to do the plea papers on that.
thank you.
Mr. Gilmer?
Sure.
You ready to announce any of yours?
Summerall?
Okay.
We're ready.
Summerall. It's not on the trial document.
It's on. It's on. Yeah.
You want to come up? Our clients get picked.
I agree.
I think they ought to dismiss it.
You're the.
Caleb Blake Summerall
Okay.
was, where is it? Okay.
Didn't receive probation on resisting before getting this case for resistance.
Mr. Summerall, your full name is Caleb Blake Summerall?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Summerall? Well, that's good.
Yes, sir.
You're alive. Now, Mr. Summerall, you're representing your case by your attorney, right? Kimber? Attorney Kimber, how are you doing?
Well, thank you.
That's good. Now, Mr. Kimber, you like to have this case placed on the
Trial
trial
document.
docket? Okay. Yeah, we're gonna reset it. This is Caleb Summerall on page 3. Yes. Bottom, the last case on page 3.
September 16th.
Okay, this case will be reset to September 16, and Mr. Kimler, your reset will be sent to you.
Yes, thank you.
All right, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. You have a blessed day as well, Mr. Summerall.
I have two announcements, Judge, when the court's ready.
You do? Sir, what's your name? Yeah,
My name is Phil Gomes, Your Honor. I represent Heather Lemare.
Gomez, okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Heather Nicole Lemaire.
I'll get your copy. Let me get that right down.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you, Judge?
I'm doing fine, thanks. sir.
Hey.
Mr. Lemaire, I mean, Miss Lemaire, your full name is Heather Nicole Lemaire. How are you doing?
Okay.
That's good. Attorney Gomez, what is your announcement?
Your Honor, the state has offered to dismiss this case in exchange for completion of the BIP class through a pretrial intervention. We are just in need of
Oh,
a reset
so
of about 22 to 24 weeks to get that done.
Is that correct?
No, that, yeah, the state's not, opposed to reset, Your Honor.
Okay, so it's gonna be reset
She is to sign for the program.
to complete the BIP class?
That's
Is
right.
that correct? And it's about,
It's 18 weeks, but accounting for, how long it may take the program to get her in and all that sort of thing, I'd say resetting it for 22 to 24 weeks is probably the safest. And then whenever we get the certificate, we'll email it to Haley and she'll.
oh, what we normally do is we usually reset it like just 90 days. And the reason why we do that is to kind of see if she's still in the program.
Okay.
Because sometimes, people get started in the program and then they get kicked out.
Assuming that if everything is in order, she's still in the program, can we communicate with the court maybe
Oh, yeah.
a week or so in advance and
Yeah.
just move that?
Yeah, you can always announce ahead of time.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. Give us a reset date. Give us a reset by the. That's about 12
Is that on
weeks.
the announcement? though?
That's page 2 of the announcement docket, last case on page 4. I mean, page 2.
Does it stand on the announcement?
Yes, but she's gonna be in the BIP program.
We can do, September 23rd,
September 23rd. Okay,
that's a Monday.
That works for me. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
and just have, what are you gonna mail this reset to him, or you like to have your reset sent, or you like to eat it?
I throw them in the trash, Judge. They're part of the clerk's file and it's already in my calendar.
Okay. Okay, we'll send, it'll be sent to you. All right.
All right, thank you.
You're free to go. Nice seeing you.
Nice to see you.
And you're
Judge.
free to go as Ms. Lemare. And Mr.
I'll still have something.
Okay, sounds
Parker. Okay.
Walker?
Action. Just have some court dates available when they come up. You can just give it to them.
I just, print on.
No, you don't need to print them because that's what I'm telling them. They can, it's gonna be sent to them.
He's right, he's the machine.
Yeah.
Mr. Kimber's, but you know.
Okay, this is cause numbers, that's,
I'm sure.
Jonathan Ray Abshire. Jonathan Ray Abshire. That's cause number 23 CCCR 0344. And cause number 23 CCCR 1453. Case is style, the state of Texas versus Jonathan. Is that Jonathan?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Jonathan Ray Abshire. Mr. Abshire, how are you doing?
Good, sir. And you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. And Mr. Abshire, are you represented in your cases by your attorney, Attorney Alan Parker? Attorney Parker, how are you doing?
Good, Judge, thanks.
Mr. Parker, what is your announcement in Mr. Abshire's cases?
Your Honor, we requested the video and we still have not received it. Called up there and
Is that on the DWI case or the?
Yes.
Okay,
so I need to get that. I don't know.
Hello.
Yeah,
I have everything else, but I'm just waiting on that.
okay. Okay, so we'll reset these cases, give you opportunity to get the video,
Is that yours, Andrew?
and we're gonna put it on the 16th,
Okay.
September 23rd. Okay. Be on the 23rd. Once you get your cases, well, reset, you're free to go. Now, you stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. You're free to go.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Ryan Stephen Jackson.
Your Honor, I talked to the.
Mr. Editor, I don't see a tape request in the file.
Uh,
I'm not saying that you didn't
Yeah.
do one, I'm just saying that there isn't one.
Okay, I'll tell him.
Mr. Jackson, your full name is Ryan Stephen Jackson.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Jackson?
Doing good. What about you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Now, Mr. Parker.
Your Honor, this case was, as I understand it, the victim is called in and, I mean, they're actually still together and they're back together. And she did not want to shoot charges.
Have one,
Well, she's taking an options class, so the EA's checked, she has not taken an options class, and I believe we're asking for a reset to give her that opportunity and also let the EA's office talk to the victim to confirm that that's truly the case.
State, do you have any objections?
No objections, Your Honor.
Okay, this case will be reset. Okay, okay, we'll put it on the 23rd
Okay,
of September.
all right, thank you, Judge.
Okay,
I'll speak with her. I'll speak with her.
I appreciate it.
yes. Hmm? Yeah, just type. I'm gonna give her the report date. She can get them from me later on. Friday, let's see. Okay. This is cause numbers 23 CCCR 1998. Case is style the state of Texas versus Drummin Wynn. Mr. Wynn is appearing via Zoom.
Yes,
Okay. Mr. Wynn, you're represented by your attorney LaKayla Friday. Ms. Friday,
Yes.
how are you doing?
I'm well. How are you, Judge?
I'm doing fine. Ms. Friday, what is your announcement in Mr. Wynn's case?
This morning the state sent over a plea offer. So I'm just asking for a reset just to see if we can probably plea on the 23rd. I heard that date that you're using.
September
I just need
23rd?
to figure out the consequences of his plea.
Okay, we'll reset it on the 23rd for plea. Once you, Ms. Friday, you're free to go. You have a blessed day. And Mr. Wynn, stay in contact with your attorney, your bondsman. Your case is reset until September 23rd, 2024. On that day, you need to be in court in person.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, you're welcome. You're free to go. Y'all have a blessed day.
Thank you, you too.
The door is locked.
Hi, Judge.
Okay. I'm still working on some. Thanks. I don't see this person on Zoom. Okay, the person that's on Zoom, that's Christopher Cast. Please, state your full name. I don't see your name on the docket. You just take it off of mute? Yes. Can you hear me? Let me go ahead. Okay, this is cause number M333-482 case of style of state of Texas versus Weldon James Everett III. Mr. Everett, you take the call. Mr. Everett, your full name is Weldon James Everett III.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Everett?
All right, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. Everett. You're represented in your case by your attorney Jansen Bailey, who is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Bailey, how are you?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm present. Let me take that off.
Okay, Mr. Bailey, this case is on the pretrial conference docket. What is your announcement?
Your Honor, we're going to reject the state's offer and ask that the case be placed on the trial docket.
Okay. We're gonna put it on. Yeah. Okay, this case will be reset to September 16th, 2024. Mr. Bailey, your reset will be sent to you.
Excuse me,
Yeah, hold on.
I believe that's a Monday, right?
Yeah, all trials
Is it
start on
possible to
Monday.
be, like that Wednesday?
No, trials start on Monday.
Okay, I know it could be,
No,
like,
it's a trial date. We don't change it. I mean, the jury comes on a Monday. Oh, we could give you, but it's still gonna be on a Monday where,
that's fine, I can get my.
yeah, you can look at your
I
calendar.
look at my schedule, yeah. Cause I know I'll be off that, I look that Wednesday.
Right,
Either Tuesday, Wednesday, and that Thursday, but,
yeah. we
Yeah,
should-
let's do something that works for you.
Can you now hear?
it's,
Yeah, we can hear you.
October 14th.
Should be good now.
Jody, what'd you say?
What day?
I was checking for October 14th to see if there was, that's Monday, that's, the next month, but it's pretty much, a month from the date she said.
We're gonna put it on October the 14th. Okay, okay. Okay, this case will be reset to October 14th. of 2024. You're gonna.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, you're welcome. Your reset will be sent to you, Mr. Bailey. You're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Judge. You as well.
Okay, and Mr. Everett, you want your reset here or? Okay, just have a seat. She'll call you back up when she has it.
All right.
Great. Travis? Angela Faye Travis? And this is cause number 23 CCCR 0490. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Angela Faye Travis. Ms. Travis, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Travis, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Travis, do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Ms. Travis, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. Travis?
Sorry, Judge.
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Ms. Travis, you representing the case by your attorney, Attorney James Macon. Attorney Macon, do you waive a record in Ms. Travis' case?
We do, Your Honor.
Ms. Travis, I have before me a document that is titled Information Sheet. This information sheet was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information sheet, it alleges that you, Angela Faye Travis, on or about February 23rd, 2023, while you are operating a motor vehicle in a public place, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated. Ms. Travis, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes. Your
And
Honor.
to this charge, how do you plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Travis, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea. Mine was also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Do you recognize this document?
Let's see.
You,
Okay.
you recognize this document?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of the same document, there are 2 sets of initials. One set of initials is Mr. Macon's initials, J, is that JRM?
Mm-hmm.
Next set of initials is AFT, I guess. Ms. Travis, did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of this same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document that's titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, you recognize this document.
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that
Yes, sir.
statement? The second box that's checked states that you are waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, sir.
Where's the discovery certificate?
Right here, Your Honor.
Okay. I also have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Travis, before you signed and initialed these documents, did your attorney, Mr. Macon, go over these documents with you?
Yes,
And did you understand everything that Mr. Macon went over?
sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Travis, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
Still
State.
for stage 1.
Any
No
objections?
objection.
No objections. State's Exhibit Number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Macon, you have advised and counseled Ms. Travis, is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
And Ms. Travis, your attorney, Mr. Macon, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Travis, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
The agreement is to 90 days probated over 1 year with a $500 fine, 50 hours community service, DWI standard conditions, and the requirement that the defendant maintain an interlock device for the term of probation.
Okay. What's the court cost in her case? $392. That's $192. Okay, Ms. Travis, the state is offering that you serve 90 days in Jefferson County Jail. However, you will not be required to serve any time in the Jefferson County Jail because you'll be placed on probation for 1 year. During the 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $500 plus court costs of $392 and a DPS fine of $100. You will also be required to pay a probation fee of $60 a month, your analysis fee of $15 a month, reimbursement fee of $15. You'll also be required to pay Jefferson County DWI education and initial evaluation fee of $125 on the day of the plea. Should a further evaluation be needed, you'll be required to pay an additional $50. Now, your total monthly installments, that is, the total amount that you will be required to pay each month is $173 a month. Will you be able to pay the $173 each month?
Certainly.
You'll also be required to perform 50 hours of community service, install an interlock device on any vehicle that you drive or operate. You'll be required to attend and complete the DWI education class. You'll be required to have an alcohol assessment, and you'll be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of DWI probation. Now, Ms. Travis, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Travis, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you've entered into with the state. Ms. Travis, this will conclude your case. Please stand next to the bailiff, follow her directions. Once you're finished following her directions, you'll be free to go. And you have a blessed day. And Mr. Macon, I think this is your last case. You're free to go, and you have a blessed day as well.
Did you finish your meeting?
The forms.
Keep cutting off the last page.
You're coming like on the judgments?
The commitment and the judgment.
Is it the printer or not? What's this? That's the system.
Trying to drag it up. It's nothing wrong with it, just because everything is up there.
You know, they update. Well, did they update the system last week or they changed over or something?
Yeah, around midway through the week.
Yeah,
It's the token, something is off.
because we were everything was off. Well, we was down the whole Wednesday, all Wednesday, the whole county. And then Thursday, they had another shutdown. Okay. Let's see, do we have? Gus? He has somebody here? Oh, he was here. One. Oh, that's your, Mr. Galmore. You have David Pertita. He's on Zoom.
Yes, sir. Ready?
Okay. This is cause number 23CCCR 0972, case of style of state of Texas versus David Pertita. Mr. Pertita is on Zoom. Mr. Pertita, how are you doing?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Pertita, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Dustin Galmore. Attorney Galmore, how are you doing?
I'm great today, Judge. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Now, Mr. Galmore, what is your announcement in Mr. Petita's case?
Judge, I would ask for a regular resetting on this one. We have an offer, but we're going to explore the possibility of the BIT program.
Yep. Okay,
And so we could probably have that figured out before we come back next time.
okay. We'll just reset it on September, is that 23rd?
You gonna put on, that's pretrial?
This is on the announcement document.
Okay, that's 21st.
Okay, we're gonna reset it to September 23rd, 2024. Now, Mr. Petita, your attorney's gonna, and your bondsman will get a notice of your reset. You're free to go. Thanks for being patient with us, and you have a blessed day. Stay in contact.
Yes, sir. You too. Thank you. Y'all have a great day.
Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman,
Yes, sir. No problem.
and your reset will be sent to you.
Thank you.
And now you have announcements on any other cases?
Yes, I have,
James,
yes.
James Paul Griffin, Richard or
Yes.
Richard?
Richard.
Richard, okay. Okay, this is James Paul Griffin, Richard. Mr. Richard, how you doing?
Good, mate.
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Galmore, what is your announcement in Mr. Griffin Richards' case?
Just we're asking for one last announcement date on this one. We have received the videos and the evidence, but I have not had an opportunity to review the video and make it available to Mr. Richard. So we're asking for one.
We'll keep it on the September 23rd, 2024. Mr. Griffin Richard, you're free to go. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. All right. And he hasn't, do you have another?
He has Laura
He got
Flores.
Laura.
That
Is-
one's
is
going to be a
that complete?
dismissal.
That's a dismissal?
I
Okay.
just need to get it added because nothing is shown.
Okay, I understand that Laura Marv Lee Flores is gonna be a dismissal?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, what we'll do when I get the dismissal, we'll sign it. And we'll give you a copy.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Okay.
A couple cases we added to the dismissal fee.
And how many?
Yep, two.
You want where, where today's doctor, we just had.
This one, not today's docket, this one, I don't believe there is.
You still having problems with the police? Okay. That's on,
We can start, Crenshaw, I still have. to-
is that Breeden? Which one is that, Brown?
Mhm. And you don't have to wait, Mr. Crenshaw, once we do everything.
Great, thank you.
Okay, Catherine Lee Brown. Where's? Oh,
Yes, yes.
this is on the.
Yeah.
This is on the trial docket.
Yeah.
Judge. Number one case. And it's a plea.
Right down here.
Brown, okay. Ms. Brown, your full name is Catherine Lee Brown,
Yes, sir.
or is it Leah?
Lee.
Lee, all right. Ms. Brown, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Brown, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. Brown?
Shaking like a leaf.
Oh, just relax. You have Mr. Crenshaw here. Now, Mr. Crenshaw, do you waive a record in Ms. Brown's case?
We do, Your Honor.
Did you say that? Okay. Okay, so. Okay. Ms. Brown, I have before me a document that is titled information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, now state you're abandoning the enhancement paragraph in this
That's correct,
case,
Your
is that
Honor.
correct? Now, Ms. Brown, the state is abandoning the enhancement paragraph. And what that means is you were initially charged with a class A misdemeanor. However, because the state is abandoning the enhancement paragraph, you'll now be charged with a lower or lesser included offense, which is a class B misdemeanor, DWI. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, to the class B misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated that is alleged in this information, which states that you, Catherine Lee Brown, on or about October 4th, 2019, while you were operating a motor vehicle in a public place in Jefferson County, Texas, while you were intoxicated, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, no contest?
Guilty.
Guilty. Now, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Brown, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. It's also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Okay, on page 2 of this same document, there are a set of initials KLB that are on a line next to a box that says guilty. Did you place your initials on this
Yes.
document? And on the next document that's titled trial court that's on the same document, but on the next page, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
Now, on the next document that is titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes.
At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargaining case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes.
The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, sir.
I also have another document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's
It
titled
is.
defendant? Ms. Brown, before you signed and initialed these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything that your attorney went over?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Ms. Brown, are you a citizen of the United States?
I am.
Stay up for states 1.
Any objections?
No objection.
No objection. States Exhibit Number 1 will be admitted. Attorney Crenshaw, you've advised and counseled Ms. Brown. Is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Brown, your attorney, Mr. Crenshaw has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Brown, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement in this case?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
The agreement is 180 days probated over 1 year with a $750 fine, 60 hours community service, DWI first standard conditions of probation, and the condition the defendant maintain an interlock device during the term of probation.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. What is her clause? 392. Okay. Ms. Brown, the state is offering that you serve 180 days in Jefferson County Jail. However, you will not have to serve any time in the Jefferson County Jail because you'll be placed on probation for 1 year. During the 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $750 plus court costs of $392. You will also be required to pay a DPS fine of $100. You will also be required to pay a probation fee of $60 a month, your analysis fee of $15 a month, reimbursement fee of $15. You'll also be required to pay Jefferson County DWI education and initial evaluation fee of $125 on the day of the plea. Should a further evaluation be needed, you'll be required to pay an additional $50. Now, your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you'll be required to pay each month while you're on probation, is $196 a month. Will you be able to pay the $196 each month?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You'll also be required to perform 60 hours of community service, install an interlock device on any vehicle that you want to operate. Have an alcohol assessment, attend and complete a DWI education class, and you will also be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of DWI probation. And Ms. Brown, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll follow the plea bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state. Ms. Brown, is the paperwork there? Please stand in front of the court coordinator, follow the directions of the bailiff. Once you finish following the directions of the bailiff, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Crenshaw, I think this is your
That's it,
last
Judge.
case. You're
Thank
free to
you.
go and you have a blessed day. Okay, now the person that's on Zoom that has Christopher Cast, would you please state your full name?
Oh, that's no English.
Oh, wow. He doesn't speak English.
It's Spanish.
Who?
Mr. Sandoval Cortez.
Is this,
He said he was in with the felon this morning.
okay, Mr. Cortez?
Cortez, Sandoval Cortez.
Yeah, okay, that's him.
His felony was reset over, or it's gonna
Okay.
be reset. They've-
Cortez. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is Waldor Francisco Lee Sandoval Cortez.
Yes.
He's represented by attorney Charles Rojas. And Mr. Rojas, you said that his felony case was reset this morning, is that correct?
That's correct, Judge. It was, I don't think it's in the computer yet. There's no date yet, I don't think, but it was reset.
Okay, so you want this case reset with the felony?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Sandoval Cortez, well, you could tell him that his felony case is gonna be reset. His misdemeanor is gonna be reset with his felony, and he just stay in contact with you and his mom.
Que señor Cortés, se van a juntar los dos casos para la misma fecha, so nomás manténgase en contacto conmigo.
Okay. Bien. Good.
Okay, tell him he's free to go and have a blessed day.
Okay, dice el juez que ya se puede ir y buenos días.
Okay, buenos días. Entonces, abogado, muchas gracias. Ahí ya le escribo.
Okay, está, yo te hablo.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
okay, I'm gonna have to. Okay. Okay. Who else we got? Cortez.
Like, it wasn't working this week, like. Is
quoted back in section in cause number M330060, cases filed in the state of Texas versus Antonio Alfaro. Mr. Alfaro, would you please come forward? Mr. Alfaro, your full name is Antonio Alfaro?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Alfaro, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Alfaro, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Alfaro, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Alfaro?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking, Mr. Alfaro. Mr. Alfaro, you represented in your case, on your cases, well, your case by your attorney, Charles Rojas. Attorney Rojas, how are you doing?
Doing well, Judge.
Mr. Rojas, do you waive a record in Mr. Alfaro's case?
We do, Your Honor.
Mr. Alfaro, I have before me in cause number M330060, a document that is titled Motion to Revoke Probation. This motion to revoke probation was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this motion, Mr. Alfaro, it alleges that you, Antonio Alfaro, was tried on May 26th of 2023 in County Court Law number 2 for the Class A misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated. Second, and the court found the evidence to be sufficient to find you guilty. Your punishment was assessed at 365 days confinement in the Jefferson County Jail and a fine at $800. Mr. Alfaro, your confinement was probated for 1 year. Now, Mr. Alfaro, in this motion that the state has filed, there are 6 allegations.
We are moving forward on number 6, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Alfaro, the state is abandoning allegations 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The state will only be proceeding on allegation number 6. And allegation number 6, Mr. Alfaro, alleges that you, Antonio Alfaro, failed to have an interlock device installed on motorized vehicle being operated in violation of condition 21 of your probation order. Is that true or not true?
That's true.
Okay. Now, are you pleading true to allegation number 6 freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you pleading true because it is true?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Alfaro, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments, also labeled as State's Exhibit number 1. Mr. Alfaro, do you recognize this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Alfaro, on page 2 of this same document, there are a set of initials, AA, that are on a line next to a box that's checked MTRP, which means motion to revoke probation, true to allegation 6. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
On page 3 of this same document, there is a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, Your Honor.
And on the next document, that's titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes.
At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargaining case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, Your Honor.
The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Alfaro, before you sign and initial these documents that I just showed you, did your attorney, Mr. Rojas, go over these documents with you?
Yes.
And did you read and understand everything that Mr. Rojas went over?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Mr. Alfaro, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes.
State?
State, say for states one.
Any objections? No objections. States exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Ross, you advised in counsel, Mr. Alfaro, is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
And Mr. Alfaro, your attorney, Mr. Rojas, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Alfaro, I will accept your plea of true to allegation number 6. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. I also find that you're mentally competent to stand trial. I also find that there is sufficient evidence to revoke your probation, and your probation is hereby revoked. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
The agreement in this case is to 30 days jail for 9 days. And the dismissal of bill ID.
And dismissal, what's the cost? It's just 24 CCCR 1034?
That's correct, Your Honor.
What is this cost? 60. Okay. Now, Mr. Alfaro, the state is offering that you serve 30 days in the Jefferson County Jail. You'll be given credit for the 9 days that you've already served. The court cost in this case is $60. Will you be able to pay the $60 court cost?
Would that be today, sir?
Yeah, he's going in today.
He's going in today, yes.
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 Okay.
Can you pay that at the jail, Judge?
No, you gotta pay it at the,
Okay.
matter of fact, you can pay it downstairs in the clerk's office now. Is he going in, he's going into
At
jail
6
today,
o'clock.
at or before 6 p.m.?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Mr. Alfaro, as I mentioned earlier, the state is offering that you serve 30 days, you'll receive 9 days credit for the time that you've already served, and you'll be required to pay the court cost of $60 a day. Your jail time will begin today at or before 6 p.m. Mr. Alfaro, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Alfaro, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Alfaro, I'm gonna stand in front of the court coordinator, follow her directions. Once you finish following her directions, you'll be free to go. She's gonna get the paperwork that you need to bring with you when you go to the jail. You say, have a seat? Yeah, just have a seat.
Okay.
She'll call you back up.
Oh.
Mr. Ross, he's gonna pay that this morning. If he does, but whenever he pays it, he needs to bring up the receipt to the court. If the court is not in session, he can bring it to Jennifer at the window. Okay. Oh, yeah. And I'm gonna give you your dismissal as well.
You wasn't on the docket, right?
No. His dismissal, okay, here it is. Oh, that dismissal is not, you hadn't did it yet. You're gonna give him his dismissal. I'm just go ahead and send it to you.
Broke them. It wouldn't be a Monday if everything was working.
Okay, this is cause number 23 CCCR 0896, cases style, the state of Texas versus Lonnie James Cormier Jr. Mr. Cormier, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Cormier, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Mr. Cormier, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Cormier?
Doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Cormier, you're represented in your case by your attorney Kevin Lane. Attorney Lane, how are you doing?
I'm fine, Your Honor.
And Mr. Lane, do you waive a record in Mr. Cormier's case?
We do.
Mr. Cormier, I have before me a document that is titled information sheet. Now, Ms. Simmons, the state is waiving the enhancement paragraph in this information.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Mr. Cormier, you initially been charged with a class A misdemeanor offensive driving while intoxicated. Second, the state is waiving the enhancement paragraph. And what that means is you will be charged with a lesser included offense of driving while intoxicated first. Class B misdemeanor. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Now, this information alleges that Lonnie James Cormier, is it Cormier or Cormier? How you pronounce it?
Cormier.
Cormier, okay. This information alleges that you, Lonnie James Cormier Jr., on or about April 15th of 2023, while you were operating a motor vehicle in a public place in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated. Mr. Cormier, do you understand what you have been charged with?
Yes, Your Honor.
And to this charge, Mr. Cormier, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Now, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes.
Mr. Cormier, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. It's also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
On page 2 of this same document, there are two sets of initials. One set of initials is KBL, and the other set of initials is LC. Did you place your initials LC on this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of this same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document that's titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, you recognize this document.
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
At the top of this document, there are two boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, sir.
The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, sir.
I also have a document that is titled Discovery Certification. You recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Cormier, would you, before you sign and initial these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything that your attorney went over?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Cormier, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes.
State of our state one.
Any objections?
No objection.
No objections. State's Exhibit Number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Lane, you advised and counseled Mr. Cormier. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
And Mr. Cormier, your attorney, Mr. Lane, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Cormier, I would accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
In exchange for defendant's plea of guilty, the state's offering 180 days probated over 15 months, $1,000 fine, 100 hours community service, interlock, and DWI standard conditions.
What is this court cost? 392. Okay, Mr. Cormier, the state is offering that you serve 180 days in the Jefferson County Jail. However, you will not be required to serve any time in the Jefferson County Jail because you'll be placed on probation for a period of 15 months. During the 15-month probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $1,000 plus court costs of $392 and a DPS fine of $100. You'll also be required to pay probation fee of $60 a month, your analysis fee of $15 a month, and reimbursement fee of $15. You'll also be required to pay Jefferson County DWI education and initial evaluation fee of $125 on the day of the police. Should a further evaluation be needed, you'll be required to pay an additional $50. Now, your total monthly installments, that is a total amount that you will be required to pay each month while you're on probation is $188 a month. Will you be able to pay the $188 each month?
Yes, sir.
You'll also be required to perform 100 hours of community service. You'll be required to install the interlock device on any vehicle that you own or operate. You'll be required to attend and complete a DWI education class, have an alcohol assessment, and adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of DWI probation. Mr. Cormier, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Cormier, I'll follow the plea bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state. Now, Mr. Cormier, his paperwork? Okay, Mr. Cormier, just have a seat and the court coordinator is gonna finish your paperwork. Once you finish your paperwork, you're gonna come back up and then you'll follow the directions of the bailiff.
Thank you.
We don't have to wait. Oh, he has another case.
I have just settled.
You say you have Mr. Satterwhite?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Satterwhite, Curtis Satterwhite Jr. This is cause number M333204. Case is style of state of Texas versus Curtis Satterwhite Jr. Mr. Satterwhite, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Satterwhite? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Satterwhite, you're represented by your attorney, Attorney Kevin Lane, Attorney Lane. What is your announcement in Mr. Satterwhite's case?
Your Honor, we've received all the discovery, we've reviewed it, we've reviewed the offers, and we're requesting a jury trial.
Okay, want to reset this on the trial docket?
September 16th.
Okay, this case will be reset to September 16th, 2024. Mr. Satterwhite, it's gonna be set for trial. Your attorney's gonna get your reset. Once you get your reset, you're gonna send it to him?
Yes.
Okay, all right, you're free to go and stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. And your reset will be sent to you, Mr. Lane.
I'll notify him. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so we have Miss. Oh. Okay, Jefferson County Code at Law number 2 is in session in 3 cases. There are cause numbers M333-802, cause number M333-804, and cause number M333-806. All 3 cases, hostile, State of Texas versus Rachel G. Woodson. Ms. Woodson, is that your full name?
Yes, it is.
How you doing, Ms. Woodson?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Hold on a minute. Now, Ms. Woodson, you're represented in your cases by your attorney, Attorney Marva Provo. Attorney Provo, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Let's see, let me get the Woodson's on announcement. Pre-trial. Woodson. Mm. Okay, now, Ms. Provo, in all 3 of these cases, so you file a motion to modify or remove bond condition, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
That's the document that I'm looking at.
Yes,
Now, you'd like to go forward?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, you may go forward.
Okay. We have re-urged our motion that was filed last year in requesting that the bond conditions, that the anchor bond be removed from Ms. Woodson due to, the fact that, things have changed, the facts have changed at that time when the court order, that protected order, and, she and her husband, Mr. Woodson, was undergoing a divorce. And they had some contact. So due to the facts that the cases that was filed against the deadly conduct and assault, those conditions have since ceased. And particularly, I think the protective order was against her, was protection for her husband, not to the other, party.
Hold on a minute. Let me okay.
Okay, and that was issued back in November of 2022. And since it's been over a year and they are divorced, she has not had any contact with Mr. Woodson at all. At this time, is that correct? And the divorce has been granted.
Okay, hold on. Say, you have anything?
Your Honor, I have spoken with the complaining witness, Gary Woodson, on this case. And as far as removal of the GPS, he does not think that there's a purpose for the GPS anymore. He does not want to affect the defendant's work and is fine with the removal of that condition. So.
Okay, let me, hold on a minute. Now, I'm looking at standard bond conditions. The bond conditions was in 3 cases, cause numbers M333-802, cause number M333-804, cause number M333-806. And, is Mr. Woodson, he's not the complaining witness in all 3 cases, is he?
No, Your Honor. I would like to withdraw, and make on the motion on my other 2 motions.
You like to do what?
I'd like to withdraw,
Withdraw what?
withdraw the motion to modify in case numbers, 33802 and 33804. It's the only thing that this was a.
Well, no, she's on a GPS in all 3 cases. That's what I mean, they have all 3 case numbers on this motion. I'm looking at the motion right now. The defendant, well, where I go, it was on all 3 cases. And so we hadn't heard, had you talked to the other 2 complaining witnesses?
I have not, Your Honor. I've not been able to reach Ms. Barnett.
She works for the police department, doesn't she?
She does.
And what about Shabazz, Oshan Shabazz? That was another complaining witness.
I've spoken to both Mr. Woodson and Ms. Shabazz, and they do want to move forward with trial. It's but not concerned with the bond conditions.
Okay, so you're saying that Shabazz and Woodson want well, they're not opposed to the requirement that she wear a global positioning monitoring system. That they're not opposed to that being removed. That's what you're saying?
That's correct.
Okay, so what about Barnett?
That I can't speak to, Your Honor, because I have not spoken with her.
Okay, well, I mean, but she'll still be required to wear it, even if it's just in 1 case. So I think before we do anything, you have to talk to Ms. Burnett to see what her position is. Because I think she's one of the victims in the deadly conduct case.
In 806. Oh, wait, 804. I mean, yes, 804, Your Honor.
Okay.
Because it was my understanding that when I reviewed, it was only the testimony they took was Mr. Woodson.
You say when you reviewed it?
I mean, from the original issued by the emergency protective order.
No, this wasn't based on the emergency protective order.
Okay.
This was based on the court standard bond conditions. You know, we set bond conditions in, these type cases.
Your Honor, I can attempt to contact Ms. Barnett.
Okay. Okay, what we'll do, we'll be in recess. Y'all can have a seat. Okay, this is, court is back in session in cause numbers M333-802, cause number M333-804, and cause number M333-806. All three cases of Style State of Texas versus Rachel Woodson. Now, Mr. Hubel, the court went in recess to give you an opportunity to call, to call the witness, the complaining witness in cause number M333-804. The complaining witness is Anessa Barnett. Have you been able to contact Ms. Barnett?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you talk to Ms. Barnett about whether or not she was opposed to
These motions? Yeah.
yeah, opposed to the defendant's motion to release the defendant from wearing the GPS requirement?
Yes, Your Honor, and she was not.
She was not opposed? Okay. So let's see. Give me some bond, I need to amend the bond conditions. Do we have a motion that's state that that the GPS will be released? Okay, I need that. That's it? That's what it's called? Okay.
Take up the issue of it.
This is a global, yeah. Interlock is, that's something different. Today is the 22nd. 22nd.
I don't know.
Oh, I just need one up. Oh, I gotta do each individual. Okay. Okay, now, Ms. Wilson, I have before me an order to remove global positioning system device. I'll read it as a condition of bond. The defendant was ordered to wear a global positioning monitoring system device. The court finds the defendant is no longer, well, we have to change that from no longer on bond. Yes.
No longer required to comply
Yeah.
with this condition of bond.
Well, there's no longer. I think I just may take out that second paragraph. Because the third paragraph says that the court further finds that the defendant will no longer be required to wear a global position monitoring device. That says that. Let me see, the court finds that the defendant. We'll just do this here. Okay. I'm gonna say this. As a condition of bond, the defendant was ordered to wear a global positioning monitoring device. This court further finds that the defendant will no longer be required to wear a global positioning monitoring system device. It is therefore ordered the judge and decreed by this court that the defendant is no longer required to wear a global positioning monitoring system device. I'll just leave it like that. I'll just take out that second paragraph that says she's no longer on bond because she's still on bond. I'll just strike through that. And I'll initial that. Okay. And she'll get copies of these because she has to bring these to the place that have the bond condition. Now, I'm going to amend her bond conditions. She's still, now under the amended bond conditions, they say following return of criminal information in County Court Law Number 2 of Jefferson County, Texas, all bail bonds executed for release of any defendant named herein or order subject to the additional condition. Number 1, the offender shall commit no offense against the laws of this state, any other state, or against the United States. Do you understand that condition?
I do.
Condition number 2, the defendant shall submit to testing for drugs and alcohol at any time as directed by the court. The court may revoke the bond and order the arrest of any defendant who A, refuses to submit to a test for drugs and alcohol when directed to do so by the court, or B, submit to a test for drugs and alcohol and the test indicates the presence of drugs and alcohol in the defendant's body. Do you understand that condition?
I do.
Okay. And condition number 3, the defendant shall not communicate either directly or indirectly with the alleged victim of the pending offense. The defendant shall not go near any residence, school, or other location frequented by the alleged victim. You understand that condition?
I do.
Now, condition number 4 does not apply. However, condition number 5 does apply. And condition number 5 states the defendant is prohibited from possessing a firearm or ammunition unless the defendant is a peace officer as defined by section 1.07 of Texas Penal Code, actively engaged in employment as a sworn full-time paid employee of a state agency or political subdivision. You understand that condition?
I do.
Okay. Now, Ms. Woodson, if you violate any one of these conditions, your bond can be revoked, and if your bond is revoked, the warrant can be issued for your arrest. You'll be able to get a copy of the removal of the GPS. We have 3 individual copies for each case, and then you'll get a copy of these bond conditions. Okay. Now, I think we have a trial date set, do we?
That's correct, Your Honor, and I actually wanted to talk about that. It's set for the week of September 9th. And I've spoken with Mr. Woodson. He says that he'll be out of the country that week. On a trip that was already planned prior to the this trial setting. So I was going to speak with Ms. Provo and see if we could agree to a reset on this case based
I have
on.
no problem with that.
Y'all just have to agree on a date.
October 2nd, you gotta have, what,
Do you have which date? Was it originally set
on
on?
the 9th?
Mhm.
September 9th?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we might have a, hold on a minute.
Nothing in September?
Hold on a
I don't
minute.
remember the.
This will conclude the calling of the dockets in County Court at Law number 3, the trial docket, the pretrial conference docket, and the announcement docket. All 3 dockets were scheduled on today's date of July 22nd, 2024, in County Court at Law number 2 of Jefferson County, Texas. Judge Terrence L. Holmes presiding. Everyone, please have a blessed day.